Animation is such an amazing art form where you, the artist, gets to be the actor, creating your own character with emotion, becoming your own voice. It starts with a pencil test. This is where you create the first pass, using the principles of animation, which will eventually turn into the final version of your animation. When we talk about animation, there are many different forms, including computer animation and digital animation captured with a stylus and a digitizer. Animation is the art of time, and it takes time to master as well. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get started in making traditional animation, since it all starts with fundamentals. In order to capture the frames of your animation, or drawn pencil test, you have to use a down shooter. Many art schools, either bachelor or graduate programs, or even workshops online or in person, may require you to buy an extraordinary amount of expensive materials, even before you know how to animate, if you even enjoy it, or if you want to do it professionally, as a career. I'm going to show you how to make a down shooter for capturing your hand-drawn animations in a way where you can develop your craft while experimenting at your own pace in your own private workspace, with your computer, through collecting some basic materials, items you can afford, and some very basic building skills. There are many ways to create a down shooter, but essentially, it requires you to have a camera with a way to shoot down towards the frames you draw, and a way of importing the images the camera captures into your computer. The trick is to be able to capture images from your recording device and import them into the computer seamlessly and fast. In this case, we're going to devise a system where an older manual focused digital camera will connect to a computer with a firewire cable. The things you want to collect in order to assemble the down shooter are a piece of flat wood or shelving material, some small wood screws, some plumbing pipes, a pipe flange and an elbow to create a 90-degree angle. This will be the holder for the camera. A computer with a firewire connection, a firewire cable, to affix the camera, a piece of a tripod or another plumbing flange, and some zip ties. A light box, a 1/4-inch round shelf supports, a 3-hole puncher, standard, a manual focus digital 8 camcorder, a drill and a drill bit, regular average computer paper, and electrical tape. First, measure to the center of the top of your piece of board and place your pipe flange. This is where the pipe will be screwed into, which will extend out to hold the camera. Mark the flange with a pencil. This is where your screws will drive into. Drill small pilot holes into the marks you made. Place the flange back on the board and align the holes with the flange. Screw the flange into the board using the small wood screws. Next, screw one pipe into the other using the elbow as a connector, creating a 90-degree angle. Then, turn the pipe into the flange slowly until it becomes tight. Afterwards, tighten the pipe into the flange until the top of the pipe of the arm runs parallel to your piece of wood. Once you have assembled the pipes, decide how you will attach your camera to the arm of the down shooter. You could either screw the top of an old tripod into the pipe, or use another flange as a holder, and use zip ties to affix the camera to the arm of the down shooter. It's important to use a flange or a tripod attachment so the camera remains stable. Now it's time to build the registration unit for the animation paper. First, take a piece of paper and 3-hole punch it with the 3-hole puncher. Use the paper as a guide. Tape on the shelf supports to your light box with the electrical tape. Make sure you use 1/4-inch shelving supports, so a standard hole punched paper will register perfectly. Now with your light box and standard computer paper registered into it with shelf supports, you can create an animation. Once you place the light box onto the board or down shooter, the camera will be able to then capture each image, effortlessly importing it into your computer. Now, Turn your camera on and connect the FireWire cable to your computer. With your animation program open and the device import settings set to your camera, now you can take still images of each of the frames or cells you created. Press play and watch your drawings come to life. Afterwards, you can use your lightbox to create the in-betweens, the second pass, the final pass based on your pencil test, and edit with the other shots in an editing program or post-production program like After Effects. Be sure to check out Part 2, Traditional Animation, Production and Importing Stills.